just want a piece of land that can be stolen by Uncle Sam. A few chickens in the front yard, the night sky with only stars, and an old treasury dial. Hang my laundry on the line. Turns out the old ways are the best.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Kate Daly Show. I just want a piece of land that the government can't steal. And, real stars in the sky and nothing else. That would be nice, too. So, the simple things. I have Susan with me last leg of this hour, and then we take on Melissa. And just wanted to mention that big, huge deal that you're getting from Cozy Earth, because it's only going to last just a little over a week. And so you only have a short time to take advantage of it. They have given you a discount of 40%, it's almost half off. Cozy Earth is known as the high luxury brand, the brand. If you're going to get bedding, this is the one. It's Viscose from bamboo. It's amazing. 10-year warranty. You can sleep on it for 100 nights, and you can still return it. If you don't love it, return it. You won't, though, because it's amazing. But they also, their loungewear, I've had their loungewear for years. The loungewear just gets better and better. Same with the sheets. Same with the, they have the new Sherpa slippers out that are like in demand. They keep selling out of them. You can actually go to cozyearth.com/Kate. And you can also use the code Kate and get 40% off. So please do that. You only have so many days to take advantage of this. They're extending this to you for Christmas. Take advantage of this one. You'll love me for this one. This one is like the sheets of the universe. They're amazing. And you just glide into them and you'll never want to leave your bed. So anyway, you're welcome. Susan Reeve back here with you. Man, still so much to talk about.
Yes, I forgot to mention that December 29th, there was a meeting between Jamie Fleet, who was on Nancy Pelosi's team, and where they flag the fact and say, quote, Vice President Pence may go sideways. And then they talk about what Josh Hawley is saying, that he is going to possibly not be willing to certify the vote. So they knew that there was, this was history. Was happening.
So how do we prevent it from happening again? Because I know that's on people's minds.
Well, what's interesting about that is I think if they run this scenario in reverse, where now you have the Democrats saying we refuse to certify, like Jamie Raskin said, oh yeah, I'm not planning on automatically just certifying.
Yeah.
There may be a chance. And you're like, okay. Starting January 3rd, so 3 days before, all of these security people started having these high-level meetings trying to coordinate. Can we get in the National Guard? The United States Capitol Police Chief Sund, who ended up being fired by Pelosi 2 days after January 6th as the scapegoat, he'd made like 23 calls trying to get reinforcement. Like, where is everybody? He's been in these meetings for months, and then January 3rd, 3 days, he says to the National Guard, the House Sergeant at Arms, Paul Irving, I don't like the optics of calling the National Guard. I'm not going to like the optics.
Speaking of optics, can I just say, I know I know that it's already sold out hotel wise is what they're saying. And I'm sure a lot of feds, I know they derive a lot of joy from trying to dress up like a patriot with their little fake MAGA hat and their little fake jean shorts with the weird glass. And they just look ridiculous, but that's the feds for you. They look ridiculous. And I don't have a lot of respect for the feds. But I will say this, if you want to show up and you want to actually go to the Capitol for anything and you're on their turf, please look like a lefty. I don't care. Paint your hair pink. Make sure you've got the I Love the UN cap with the I Love Ellen DeGeneres t-shirt with a lot of stomp in your boot, that kind of thing. Be very angry, pink hair, and I love abortion, because the optics of that, the news will never want to put that on the news. And so we could actually maybe thwart our own miscarriage of justice again by them trying to paint patriots as the domestic terrorists in this country. I say you go very looking like a screaming leftist, like a crazy foamy mouthed, leftist. And We could actually
lunatic,
solve the problem.
I think is the phrase.
Total lunatic, like a rabid dog. Yeah. You just show up like that with no brain, and you want to stomp around in your combat boots. Look a little butch. I'm just saying, for the women, you might want to look a little butch. But show up, and then I promise you the optics of that would actually thwart something big time. As silly as it sounds, I'm not kidding.
We're getting better at that. There was a boatload of Nazis that joined a Trump boat parade the other day.
Yeah,
and
probably paid for.
Everybody started filming them, yelling at them.
Paid for.
Get out of here. They had the swastika.
Yeah, those are feds. Those are Fed agents paid for to look like Nazis, because no one in their right mind walks around like that. Even if you are a full-fledged racist Nazi, you're not going to look like that, right?
Well, yeah, they claim to say, oh, this head guy his voter registration is unaffiliated. Yeah, you're acting like a lunatic, and yet you're not a registered voter with either party. That does scream.
Remember when they had a Nazi rally and all of like 300 people showed up, all from all over the country? That's how many they could attract, was the KKK rally. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Slim pickings out there. But please look like a rabid dog, loony leftist. Please. I promise you we'll make a lot of headway this time, because we can't stop thinking. Like, we've got to be able to get into a place where you fight fire with fire. Just look like a screaming leftist.
Well, and that it takes a requirement that you understand how the infiltrators work.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they're like, I just don't want to think that hard. That's so mean. I don't want to have to. That is the reality. So when you read this timeline that I highly recommend everybody go to on our Substack page, every day they were devoting so many resources and people and meetings to how to prevent violence. And then when you watch the videos in January 6th, first of all, what happened was Trump started talking an hour late.
Yeah.
And almost an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, people are showing up at the Capitol and they're mumbling to each other. They're putting on the wrong color hat. So there's the red MAGA hat. And then people showed up with this slightly off red, orangish MAGA hat, like a fake MAGA hat. And you go, who are these people? And why aren't they off listening to Trump?
Well,
doing here?
If the conservatives look like loony rabid dog leftists with a little butch thrown in, the feds are going to be the only ones that show up in super, super brand new MAGA wear, right? So they're going to be the ones that stand out. You'll know exactly who the feds are. Problem solved. We are solving problems every day on this show.
Yeah.
It's sickening as it is, but yep, that's how you solve it. I'm serious.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
So does it make any sense that there were so many National Guard troops? There were in D.C., they were in the surrounding states.
Thanks, Susan.
You had something called a quick reaction force that was activated on the.
I know. There's so many details. We could go on for an hour on it. I so appreciate that. But take my advice on this one, guys. The feds will stand out this time for reals. Anyway, be right back. Thanks, Susan. Be right back with Melissa on The Kate Daly Show. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for listening.